Oxygen is so negatively charged and constantly pulling for hydrogen that water molecules are actually polar. This allows other water molecules to bond together easily. The hydrogen of one water molecule with a slightly positive charge can bond to another water's oxygen with a slightly negative charge. The first property of water is cohesion. First, we pulled the prank on Brooke with flour. Here, Brooke, I got you this.
Thank you so much.
How does it taste?
It didn't come up.
Flour is not cohesive and cannot climb the straw. We decided to be nice and let her wash the flour down with some water. Oh, I meant to get you this one.
Oh, this isn't much better. Yeah.
Water is a sticky molecule. Cohesion involves the hydrogen bonding between water molecules. Water traveled up the straw because of the polarity of its molecules. The oxygen's negative charge attracts the hydrogen's positive charge and vice versa. This attraction allows the molecules to stick together, traveling up the straw to Brooke's mouth.
Next up, adhesion.
Adhesion involves the hydrogen bonding between water molecules and other substances. Cellulose fibers made up of sugar make up a paper towel. Sugar easily dissolves in water. When you dip a paper towel in water, the water molecules stick to the cellulose fibers with its charged poles and rush up the paper towel.
One eternity later.
Third, water is a good solvent.
The polarity of water makes one of the best solvents in the world. Oxygen has a much higher electronegativity than hydrogen, so more electrons are attracted to the oxygen atom, and the hydrogen atoms are pushed together. The arrangement of the molecule makes the hydrogen side positive and the oxygen side negative, creating a polar molecule. Hydrophilic substances are generally polar and readily dissolve in water.
Ooh, like dissolving in light.
Water's polarity allows it to pull at the positive and negative sides of most polar molecules with enough force to break their intramolecular forces, dissolving the molecule. This is beneficial to an organism because water can dissolve and transport nutrients for use or waste for disposal.
Let's check out oil and water. Vegetable oil is nonpolar, while water is polar, making oil hydrophobic. Nonpolar substances do not dissolve in polar substances. When oil is poured into the water, it collects at the top because the water molecules are more attracted to themselves than to the oil.
Water has a lower density as a solid.
Check out the lattice structure of an ice cube.
While most other molecules contract when frozen, water actually expands, creating air pockets and causing the ice to float. Oh my god, it's floating. Would you look at that? Water has a high heat of vaporization. The dissociation of liquid water molecules, which changes the substance to a gas, requires a lot of energy.
6 hours later.
At the temperature that water boils, there is enough energy to break the hydrogen bonds between the water molecules. The speed of movement of some molecules becomes so fast they detach from the multimolecular water, form bubbles, and leave the surface in a gas state. Oh my god, finally! Water has a high specific heat.
Day 65, freezing. Only 40 degrees!
Oh my god, it's 72 degrees in here!
You're probably wondering why the pond water was warmer than the temperature of the air. Let's find out from Jason.
The specific heat of water is 4.18 joules per gram degree Celsius, which is much higher than many other substances. This high specific heat is due to the intermolecular hydrogen bonds between water molecules. It requires energy to break these hydrogen bonds, which means that it takes more energy to actually increase the kinetic energy of the water molecules. When water cools down, the hydrogen bonds reform, releasing energy which results in the water remaining warm for a longer period of time. The high specific heat of water is important for warm-blooded organisms in maintaining a stable temperature.
Water makes up 71% of the world's surface and about 60% of the human body. We hope you have learned the 5 major properties of water, including cohesion and adhesion, good solvent, low density as a solid, high heat of vaporization, and high specific heat.